start with some stretches. Let's bend forward. Try and touch the ground. You can rock and roll your body to try and push yourself more down. You will feel the stretch on the back of your thighs, on your hamstrings. And come back up from there and bend back. Feel the stretch on your chest. Go back as much as you can. And bend forward one more time. And go back. Now, for again the hamstring stretch, we will do it for a single leg. Go down, bend down towards one leg and try to get your chest towards the knees. The position of the other leg really doesn't matter. Keep the knees straight. So you are accentuating, you are increasing the stretch on your hamstring. A good hamstring length helps you avoid certain hip injuries and lower back pain. Tight hamstrings can lead to a lot of lower back pain. I have had it in the past and I have seen it with many other athletes as well. Go down towards the other side. Go up and to the other side. And up and to the other side. And relax. Go back to the ground. Sit on your heels. You're trying to stretch the top of your feet and your the front of your lower legs. While you're doing that, you can also uh, grab both of your uh, hands together and the fingers together and stretch yourself for your chest stretch. And change over to the other side. Change and repeat. Change over. Now go for some leg stretches. Inner thigh stretch with the butterfly. Press down with your elbows towards both on both legs. You can try and bring your chest closer to the ground. Bend forward to increase the stretch. Go back up and relax your legs. And we'll do it one more time. Bend forward. Go as far as you can go. And come back up. Again, stretching out your hamstring. Bend forward. Hold for a few moments. Come back up. Change to the other side. Come back up. Change. Up. And repeat. Come back up. Go on all fours. We'll do some scapular mobility. So what you're looking at doing is you are moving your shoulders down. We are not doing the cow pose exactly, where we are trying to move our chest or our belly down. We're trying to just move our shoulder down and bringing our uh, the shoulder bones closer together, and bring your chest up. Get your shoulder bones wider apart, and get your chest down. Get your chest up. Go for the cow pose. Arch your back and look up. And arch your back down and look down, and go for your cow once again. And go for your cat. From here, we'll go into the downward facing dog. Go on a downward facing dog, knees locked. Press your heels down to try and touch the ground. Feel the stretch on your calf. From here, get your left leg up in the air and bring it forward and get it right behind your right hand. From here, press your body down, press your hips down on the ground. Feel the stretch on the outside of your hips. Feel the stretch on your right thighs. Push your hips down towards the ground. From here, now bend your body forward, and this is one of the pigeon stretches or whatever it's called. Go down forward, try and feel the stretch on the outside of your legs, on the outside of your thigh. Lie down with your chest on the ground, as close to the ground as you can. Come back up. Again, go back to the sitting position, upright position. Feel the stretch on your ITB, on your thighs. From here, you can get your chest at 90 degrees and feel the stretch on the entire outer side of your body, on the right side of your body, on the right side of your chest. And come back to your regular position. You'll go back up into your downward facing dog. Press your heels down towards the ground. Get your right leg up in the air. Bring it forward. Place it right behind your left hand and sit up. Press your hips down as much as you can. Feel the stretch on your left thigh. Feel the stretch on the outside of your right thighs. From here, bend forward, get your chest closer to the ground. Feel the stretch increasing on the outside of your right thigh, on your ITB. Come back up. Sit up again. Feel the stretch on your thigh, on your left thigh and right outer thigh. Now get your hands on the outside and get your chest to rotate 90 degrees. Feel the stretch on the outside of your chest area on the left side. And come back the body in front, and we'll get to the downward facing dog again. Press your heels down towards the ground. Now get back into your regular get back into your Indian squat position, Indian potty squat position. What you're looking at doing over here is working on stretching the uh, lower calf area, the soleus. You're looking at getting your keeping your heels touching the ground, and you are also focusing on getting your knees as much forward as you can. This increases the stretch on your soleus. If you wish, you can also press on one leg a lot more, making sure that your heel is touching the ground, and press down on the knees, press down on your thighs. Feel the stretch in the lower part of the lower legs, in the back. A good mobility of your ankle helps you with your dorsiflexion and your jump offs while you're doing your running. It also helps in being generally injury free for at your ankle area. And go over to the other side and press it down. For me, off late, I've observed that my left ankle mobility has reduced a lot, and I do feel regular tightness on my left soleus. I do try and stretch out, foam roll the left feet a lot more to try and reduce the tightness, but I can also feel that uh, during my runs, I can feel some kind of like the starting level of some injuries coming up on my left leg. So I make sure that I am trying and making sure my mobility of both the ankles are closely matched as much as possible and put more stress on the left so that I can gain back my flexibility and mobility on the left. Go back, pressing on both. You can try and keep the knees closer heels on the ground to try and identify if any of your knees or ankle mobility is any different. For me, when my heels are touching the ground, I can clearly identify that my right knee is going closer to the ground compared to my left knee. All right, that go back down, get your dupatta or a piece of cycle tire. We'll be doing some hamstring stretches. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the dupatta or the tube right on the toes, go back down, and I'm going to try and pull the leg closer. Ideally speaking, I should be able to get it close to 90 degrees without my left leg leaving the ground. By doing this, okay, the reason we are doing this over and above the hamstring stretch that we're doing whilst in the sitting position is because in the sitting position, when you're doing the hamstring stretch, you are bending your back over forward to try and get your body closer to your knees. By doing that and by succeeding to get your body closer, you are actually doing a lot of stretch uh, and the mobility for your back. It's not necessarily focusing on the hamstrings well enough. For a good hamstring uh, length and uh, stretch ability, the tip of your toes should be able to cross over your hip or at least be above your hips. Someone, if you're finding your feet is only coming to this kind of level, try and work more on getting the mobility. For those who are able to get it more closer to your head, way more closer, try and work on your strength to support that extra mobility for your hamstring and glute strength. Change over to the other leg. And just like my soleus was tight on my left leg, my hamstring is more flexible on the left compared to my right. For the last 10, 13 years that I have been through the sports myself in running and cycling, my right hamstring, I have had a lot of injuries on my right hamstring because of the tightness, because of reduced range of motion. This particular stretch is a great indicator for where your hamstring mobility lies. All right, change over to the other leg. This time, you're gonna bend your knee at knee 90 degrees and try and try and pull on the band on your dupatta and try and get your toes as closer to your body as you can. You'll feel the stretch again on your hamstring. Try to feel the stretch on your hamstring. Pull it as much as you can. If your knee is leaving the ground, I normally put up a dumbbell on my knees so that my knees are touching the ground, and change of leg. Feel the stretch on your hamstrings. And change of legs. Feel the stretch on your hamstring. And change to the other leg. And relax. Next, we go for we'll go for the upward facing dog, and we go for the camel pose, and followed by this other one. Okay, I don't remember the name. All right, let's go for the upward facing dog. Feel the stretch on your chest. Bend back as much as you can. Work on the mobility of your lower back and stretching of your chest. Come up. Place your head in front of your knees. Push your hips up. Feel the stretch on your back. Push the hips up. Sit back up, push your hips forward and bend back. Feel the stretch on your chest. Sit back. Go for your upward facing dog. Sit on your heels. Get your head in front of your knees. Push your hips up. Feel the stretch on your back. Sit back up. Push your hips forward. Sit back down. All right. For the next, we'll do a few Surya Namaskaras and get on to one end of your mat. Hands in front of your chest. Shoulders retracted. Hands up. Bend back. Bend forward. Hands next to your feet. Feel the stretch on your hamstring. Right leg back. Look forward. Feel the stretch on your right thighs. Left leg back. Go for downward facing dog. Feel the stretch on your calf. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Go to downward facing dog. Right leg forward. Stretch, feel the stretch on your left thigh. And left leg forward. Feel the stretch on both the hamstrings. Bend back. And hands in front of your chest. Bend back. Feel the stretch on your chest. Hands next to your legs, next to your feet. Left leg back. Feel the stretch on your left thigh. Right leg back. Feel the stretch on your calf, on your soleus. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground, and go to upward facing dog. Go to downward facing dog. Left leg forward. Feel the stretch on your right thigh. Right leg forward. Feel the stretch on your hamstrings. Bend back. Hands in front of your chest. Now we'll go for a bit faster repetition of this 10 times. Here we go. Bend back. Bend forward, hands in front of and next to your feet. Right leg back. Left leg back. Downward facing dog. Knee to the chest. Knee and ground to the chest to the ground, and upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward. Left leg forward. Bend back. Hands in front of your chest. Bend back. Hands next to your feet. Left leg back. Right leg back. Downward facing dog. Knee to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg forward. Right leg forward. Bend back. Hands in front of your chest. Bend back. Hands next to your feet. Right leg back. Left leg back. Downward facing dog. Knee to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward. Left leg forward. Bend back. Hands to your chest. Bend back. Hands next to your feet. Left leg back. Right leg back. Downward facing dog. Knee to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg forward. Right leg forward. Bend back. Hands in front of your chest. Going a little faster. Hands back. Hands next to your legs. Right leg back. Left leg back. Downward facing dog. Knee to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward. Left leg forward. Bend back. Hands in front of your chest. Bend back. Hands next to your feet. Left leg back. Right leg back. Downward facing dog. Knee to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg forward. Right leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, right leg back, left leg back, downward facing dog, knee to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right leg forward, left leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, left leg back, right leg back, downward facing dog, knee to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg forward, right leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, right leg back, left leg back, downward facing dog, knee to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right leg forward, left leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, left leg back, right leg back, downward facing dog, knee to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg forward, right leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest. That's 5 times done, 5 times done, 5 times more. Hands back, hands next to your feet, right leg back, left leg back, downward facing dog, knee to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right leg forward, left leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, left leg back, right leg back, downward facing dog, knee to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg forward, right leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, right leg back, left leg back, downward facing dog, knee to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right leg forward, left leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, left leg back, right leg back, downward facing dog, knee to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg forward, right leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your legs, right leg back, left leg back, downward facing dog, knee to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, Right leg forward, left leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, left leg back, right leg back, downward facing dog, knee to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg forward, right leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest. Last two more times. Bend back, hands next to your feet, right leg back, left leg back, downward facing dog, knee to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right leg forward, left leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hand next to your feet, left leg back, right leg back, downward facing dog, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg forward, right leg forward, bend back, hands in front of your chest. The last one we will do slow and controlled. Bend back, go back as much as you can. Hands next to your feet. Feel the stretch on your hamstrings. Keep your knees locked. Get your right leg back. Look forward. Feel the stretch on your right thigh. Get your left leg back. Go to downward facing dog. Feel the stretch on your calf and your soleus. Get your knees to the ground, chest to the ground, hips up from your slide forward to an upward facing dog. Feel the stretch on your chest. Bend backwards as much as you can. Change over to downward facing dog. Feel the stretch on your calf, knees locked. Get your right leg ahead in front. Feel the stretch on your left thigh. Look forward and bring your right leg forward. Bring your left leg forward. Knees locked. Feel the stretch on your hamstring, backside of your thighs. Bend back. Feel the stretch on your chest. And bring your hands forward. Go back for the one last time. And bend forward. Knees locked. Feel the stretch on your hamstring. Left leg back. Feel the stretch on your left thighs. Look forward. And get your right leg back. Go for a downward facing dog. Feel the stretch on your calf, on your soleus. Go for your knees to the ground, chest to the ground, hips up, and slide forward. You go into upward facing dog. Go for your downward facing dog. Push your heels to the ground, knees locked. Feel the stretch on your soleus and your calf. Bring your left leg forward. Feel the stretch on your right thigh. Look forward. Bring your right leg forward. Feel the knees locked. Feel the stretch on your hamstrings and back. And hands in front of your chest. With that, we close most of our session today. For the last bit, we'll do a quick shavasana for about 5 minutes and then we wrap for the day. Lie back on the ground. Relax your body. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Next time, breathe from your tummy, not from your chest. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in from your tummy. Deep breath out. Last time, deep breath in and a deep breath out. Relax your body. Relax your feet. Relax your calf. Relax your thighs. Relax your glutes. Relax your core, your abs. Relax your lower back. Relax your chest. Relax your upper back. Relax your shoulders. Relax your upper arm. Relax your lower arm. Relax your fists. Relax the fingers in your hand. Relax your neck. Relax your jaws. Relax your cheeks. Relax your eyeballs, relax your eyelids, relax your eyebrows, and relax your forehead. For a short meditation, imagine a bright white light far away in the sky, a star glowing bright. Imagine it getting closer to you, falling towards you. As it gets closer and closer, you can feel its brightness, you can see its brightness. Bright light comes closer towards your feet, divides up into and enters through your toes. Through your greater toe, it enters your body and brightens up your both the toes. The toes are glowing bright. The light slowly seeps down into the arch of your feet, relaxes the muscles, energizes the muscles. These small muscles, but very strong muscles, carry you throughout your day, help you do your running, help you do your cycling, helps you do your walking, helps carry the weight of your entire body. These small and strong muscles need relaxation and get to relax. The bright light seeps down further, passes through your heels, brightens up your heels area, and then seeps up through your soleus, through your calf, relaxing your soleus and your calf. Focus on the left calf. Imagine the bright white light passing through the calf. Imagine the blood veins running through your calf, getting energized. Imagine the muscles on your left calf getting a new lease of energy, and focus on your right calf as well. Imagine the bright white light relaxing your calf, glowing bright. The bright light seeps up through your knees, relaxes your knees, goes through your thighs. Feel the blood rushing through your thighs, and imagine and visualize your hamstrings, thighs, and glutes glowing bright with the bright light. As the light moves up, they merge into from 2 to 1 around your hips area, glowing your hips bright, relaxes your hips, The bright light moves up through your core, through your abs, brightening up, energizing up your core. Imagine your core, your navel area, glowing bright with the light. Imagine feel your lower back energizing up as well as relaxing up at the same time. No tightness of the muscles. Let them loose and let them relax while they regain their energy from the fresh blood that is passing through them. And the bright light moves up, brightens up your chest, your lungs, your chest, your heart are glowing bright with the white light, radiating the energy all throughout your body with every heartbeat, with every breath you're taking in and leaving out. The light moves up a bit more, relaxing your upper back, relaxing your shoulders, and your left and the right shoulders relax. The light divides up in and passes through down both of your hands, your biceps, triceps, and then your forearm growing bright with the light. Imagine the light going through your palm of your hand onto your fingers. Imagine the tip of your fingers radiating out the energy, the electricity, the power of the light, the brightness of the light. The bright light moves up your neck, relaxes your neck, relaxes your jaws, goes up and relaxes your cheeks. Your ears are glowing bright. Your nose is glowing bright. Your eyes are gaining a great source of energy, glowing bright, white. Your eyelids can see brightness around it. Your eyebrows, your forehead, and your entire head is glowing bright with the white light. Feel your entire body glowing bright, and the brightness from your body is radiating out, like glowing the room that you are in with a bright light, spreading the positivity all around you. Imagine the brightness, the positivity from your room spreading out and covering up your entire house, seeping through all the walls, all the open doors and the windows. The brightness and your positivity spreads a bit more out around your neighborhood, covering up your neighborhood in brightness, positivity. As the light, the power of the light grows, starts covering up more and more, and your entire world around you is glowing bright with positivity. Visualize this positivity, visualize this relaxation, visualize this energy, and meditate for about a minute. Complete relaxation. Focus on this energy. Don't let it divert to your day to day purposes. Go for your complete peace now. Slowly brush your palm against each other. Generate some heat. Place the palm on your eyes. And with a small stretch of your body, come up towards to the side. And with that, we'll end the session for the day. Thank you all for joining up. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again on Monday.